Guys, oh man, let's get this bad news out the way. And it's what I feared. We got some more problems here with DRAM. Oh no, man. No, this is not going to be good. No, no. Guys, so when you thought the supply chain was probably pushed back to 2026, it's what I feared, man. I'm going to have to tell you this is not going to be good. It may be pushed back to 2028. Yeah, there's a lot to talk about here. Guys. Oh man, memory crisis and sky-high DRAM prices could run past 2028 because now Samsung and SK Hynix is opting to minimize the risk of oversupply. This is bad news for Xbox Magnus. This is bad news for Steam Machine. This is bad news for PlayStation 6. This is bad news for current gen consoles. This is bad news for everything. And we're going to have to talk about this. All right. So let's zoom in a little bit so we can understand this. Okay, it says right here, brace yourself for the latest update to the memory supply crisis. And it's not good news. Not at all. Samsung and SK Hynix. I don't know if you guys know about SK Hynix. I can basically give you a little bit of detail overview right here on Google. As you see, this is SK Hynix right here. Yeah, we're going to talk about AI feed. Oh boy, it's just not good. So who together are responsible for 70% of the DRAM market have signaled their reluctance and inability, respectively, to sufficiently expand memory production. And that has led to some industry observers to conclude the crisis will run through 2028 and perhaps even beyond. Rather than rapidly expanding facilities, we will pursue a strategy of maintaining long-term profitability. Yeah, they want profit, and they realize they're going to be in need, and they're not going to play ball. See this right here? Technology innovator. A lot of stuff is going on over here. You see? Just to give you guys an idea of who these people are. DRAM, CNM, SSD, NAND storage. They know what's going on. AI server, like database, yeah. Networking, mobile, PC, consumer. It's all here. Over here for these guys. This is SK Hynix. So, yeah. Keyword here, guys. They want a strategy of long-term profitability. They're not subsidizing. And they realize the demand, and they're taking advantage of it. So what this means is if you're going to have to go to some supplier who's not going to give you a good deal, like let's say if you got to get grocery materials, I'm sorry, the cabbages and the carrots and all this, we're jacking up the price by 30%. What does that mean? You're going to have to sell it higher. So this is the game that they're playing. Same thing for computer components. You know what I mean? Oh, no. We want profit. And we set long-term profitability because we realize how long this is going to be. You need us. So we're going to jack the price up. We're going to keep our profit too. You know what I mean? So this is not good. So it says a Samsung rep said during a recent investor relations call via Tech Insight, adding, we will minimize the risk of oversupply through a capital expenditure. So if they're going to do that, they're going to charge some money, basically. Strategy that balances customer demand and pricing, meaning I'm going to meet the demand, but you're going to pay me more money. I'm your dealer. Currently, Samsung says it's only able to fulfill 70% of DRAM orders. SK Hynix, meanwhile, sounded a slightly more aggressive note in terms of investment in expanded production, but still warned that meeting demand will not be easy. And if you're going to be working that hard to do that, you're going to be paying me more money. It's just like overtime payment. To be clear, it's not that production of memory isn't increasing. Yeah, you know how that, guys, come on, you know how this market is. It's greedy. They're not going to want to cut you a deal. So what that means is that the consumer is going to get the price jacked up on them. Yeah, it's not good. And remember, everybody's using DDR5 RAM, and you got DDR6 coming. Nintendo even uses it too, so the Switch 2. I don't know when Nintendo's going to want to do that, but it may be affecting that as well. I would not count them out. It's that the increase in demand is scaling up even faster. And there's going to be more demand for AI data centers. Don't think Google's going to be out of this either. There's no way they wouldn't be. Faster, while some key investments in production will take years to impact the supply side. and you think China's not involved in this, you're crazy, because you know how much AI demand is in China too as well. But they're not going to want to share some of their stuff unless they're going to jack the price up too. Because I don't know if you guys seen, their robots are getting ready to go out on the street to do certain package carrying and all that, to be able to swap out the battery and everything. They're already getting there. You saw what Jensen showed at CES, right? And back in January. You don't think they're going to be fighting as well too? All of them. And then they told you, go get your own stuff now. You know what I mean? So all this means is that, oh, I need to make more money too. I need to make more money. Oh, you need my supply? I need to make more money. And guess what? Same thing with customer. Get the price jacked up. Who knows what's going to be going on with tariffs as well too. I mean, I don't mean to be negative about this. And actually, I'm not negative. All of this is negative. I'm just being truthful to let you guys know that I wouldn't think positively about things being, stable as far as prices coming in 2026. I don't know. It could be more insane than 2025. So just to solidify this, guys, solidify this for you guys, like he said, to be clear, it's not that production memory isn't increasing. It's that the increase in demand is scaling up even faster, while some key investments in production will take years. He didn't say 1 year, he said years. TrendForce predicts that memory supply will increase by 23% in 2026, but that's not enough to meet the demand. But demand will be up by 35%. Exactly, and I think this demand can go up even farther. Meanwhile, U.S. company Micron is planning to invest nearly $10 billion in a new DRAM facility in Japan. Thank God, that's good. But that won't be shipping out memory chips until the second half of 2028, because it takes time to get that up and going. Kind of like I said, I want to invest R&D right now in America. I want to have something on an American basis. You ain't going to get that up real quick. It's going to take time to produce millions and millions. And then by the time it's out, it takes time. Just like, if I'm going to be launching a console in 2028, I need to be making sure I'm stacking up millions in 2027. And then I have millions of shipments ready, but then I have to keep going. So let's just give you guys an insight. So Tech Insight therefore concludes that memory supply crisis will continue beyond 2028. Oh my God, that means PS6 could get delayed. Xbox Magnus might get delayed. Steam Machine, maybe, if Valve wants to. Steam Deck 2, forget about it. I mean, that's going to get pushed even farther back. Who knows if the Switch 2 OLED's going to get delayed and the Switch 2 Lite, because I know Nintendo's going to be doing that unless they have their own faculties, which I don't think the Switch OLED will be popping up to like 2027 anyways. So it'll be somewhere around there. Maybe in Japan that can help out. They may have like the Switch 2 OLED Japan only aspect, and then selling that cheaper than over here. I think they're still going to continue with that. But oh man, so this is to update you guys on what's going on. We thought 2026. Remember I was saying mid 2026. I said, and I don't think so, because when you start adding in other things, you start to realize that I don't know. I don't believe that. I think this is going to get. This is like some crisis, or maybe there's some manipulation going on with that too. And there's always going to be there because they're always looking to make more money off of you, no matter what. So the fact that they're saying it's going to continue beyond 2028 is dreadful. Good Lord, that's diabolical. More at PC Gamer. Looks like prices won't come down anytime soon, and it will surely affect next-gen consoles. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I didn't even read this part, by the way. I didn't even get to this. I just know what I know. And everything PC related that uses any kind of memory chips. And you guys saw what the video said. Sorry, deal with it. Get your own memory chips. The other suppliers that are outside of their official aspects. If somebody's doing a NVIDIA card and it's not just straight up NVIDIA, you know what I mean? Like MSI, ASUS, or however you want to look at it, you know what I mean? All of them are going to have to get their own stuff. And that also goes for smaller indie suppliers as well. And they're going to need to make money to survive to get bigger too. So all of this is going to affect consumer prices. This says, I wonder if this pushes next-gen consoles back a year or so. That may be the case, or they're going to have to be $100 and $150 more than they usually would be. Samsung and Hynix, the famous RAM cartel, and once again, I'm sorry, that's why I said supplier. You know what I mean? Because at this point, you're electronic drug dealers, and you're literally charging more for supply and demand, and you're taking advantage of people that we need it. We need it. Give me my DRAM. I'm having DRAM effects. You know what I mean? We need more. That's what's going on. So give me more. We need more. Guess I'm not going to upgrade my PC for a long time. Sheesh. Yeah, hold it out, guys. I'm telling you right now is the best time to do it. Cyber Monday, Black Friday. Hey, do it. Just do it and pay it off, because What they're going to be charging you in the future? Oh man, I don't even want to think about it, man. So get what you need right now to where you don't need to upgrade for 4 to 5 years. I'd recommend it. Get your PS5 Pro right now. Get your Switch 2 with that free Mario card. Get the Xbox if you want to, whatever you want to do. I would recommend doing it right now and doing some 12-month, 24 investment at Best Buy or something, or going to GameStop, trading something in, whatever. Get your stuff out the way now. That would be my recommendation, because you don't know what the future holds as far as how greedy these bastards are going to be. Since I bought a PC in May and I feel I couldn't have timed it better. Batten down the hatches. We're in this for the long haul. Yeah, pretty much. Corporations need to be burned to the ground. Hey, I like that. You know, CORP, corpse. Yeah. So we have a big RAM now. Yeah. The memory card sucks, but I really don't blame them for not scrambling to meet the demand for AI companies, given how unsustainable AI spending will likely be. I hope this bubble pops right in their damn face. By the time their fabs get up and running, half the AI companies might not exist anymore. This is what I'm saying. Like, you got this big fantasy, I think, for AI, and it could burst and pop in people's face. And they're putting so much into it and screwing over the consumers. And human resources are less involved. I know you guys have seen this. So this is all terrible. So we all get the idea, guys. Next-gen consoles can get screwed, or they can get delayed. But once again, give me good video games, because this generation was already half-baked anyways. Do I really care? No. What I care about is better consumer prices. So let me know what you guys think about this. This is an important video. It has to be said now so we can get a more update detail on what the hell is going on with this RAM crisis. Now it's being pushed back to 2028. Hopefully it can get remedied faster. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Later. Good Lord.